gold. I'm a dog, I'ma need a bone for my whole team. I'ma let it go like, yeah. And it feel like, yeah. All day like, yeah. All night like, yeah. Whole squad like, what? And it feel like, yeah. All day like, yeah. All night like, what? Whole squad like, yeah. And it feel like, yeah. All day like, yeah. All night.
All right, Coach, from one of the loudest venues in the NFL, there's a look at Arrowhead Stadium here in Kansas City. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle with the Indianapolis Colts.
There we go.
Yellow, where's the blue lady?
44. Come on, baby.
Hey, 57.
See what you got.
Where's it?
Now the Auburn product, Corey Grant, and he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
You ain't got nothing.
Under 10.
15.
10.
Where's it?
58's the mic. 58. 58's the mic.
I got him. Where's it?
To throw, it's Mahomes. Completes it to Hardman. And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34. Hardman, the second-round pick out of Georgia, really showcased his speed at the Combine, running a 4.3 340, and should help give Patrick Mahomes another versatile playmaker to work with at the receiver position. So just play number 3 here on the opening drive, and it's an early 3rd and 1.
Hey, Yellow, go going.
Here's Grant. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue. Defense had a chance to get off the field here on the opening drive, couldn't do it.
I know that we go into these meetings with coaches, and sometimes maybe we can get, a little bit numb because they're always going to talk about how important third down is, aren't they? Offense and defense. In this case, one capitalized, and the other, as you said, had a chance to get off the field and didn't get it done.
Don't let him attack. Don't let him breathe. Play that tight D. Don't let him breathe, defense.
Sponge. No.
They will run with Grant.
Run.
He's brought down there by Kenny Moore.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 46-yard line.
Yellow.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
Pick your game up.
Now Mahomes. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. No gain on that one, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
Let's go.
It'll go as a gain of 10 and a Kansas City first down.
I don't believe that this opening drive is surprising to either one of us after the time we spent with the coaching staff and players prior to the game. What about you?
Absolutely. Not only that, but that big article in this paper this morning about their philosophy on starting games like you're shot out of a cannon, and that's what they've done. Very methodical here on this first drive.
Yeah, so many teams talk about that fast start. We're actually seeing it happen right here in front of us.
But now the kicker. Can they cap it off by putting the ball in the end zone?
Kill. Hey, turn it down.
On first down, Grant. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Double tight, guys, double tight. We got 4.
Throwing now is Mahomes. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
Yeah, blink of an eye. That happened fast, and a big sack. After the sack, things get a little tougher here. 3rd and long for Mahomes and the Chiefs. From midfield, here's Mahomes. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
Colquitt on to kick as he sends it away. And that will hit and continue on out of bounds.
We're certainly not going to see a better punt than that. Definitely taking a chance, because if that thing clips the pylon, it comes out to the 20, but instead, it goes out of bounds at the 1-yard line.
Ready. 3's the mic. 10, touchdown. 3's the mic. Drop deep, zoom.
First down, Brissett. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Brissett now hits his target, the tight end, Mo Alley Cox. And he'll take this one up to about the 6-yard line. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now gives him a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
Check. 53's Mike. Check. 53's Mike.
Throwing. Brissett. Flush to his right. That's complete to Jack Doyle, the tight end. And they'll get him down up past the 15. That's good for an Indianapolis first down on a gain of 10. So that last play gives him a little more space now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 16-yard line.
Man up, D. Man up, D. Set, go.
Again, it's Brissett. Got it complete to Rodgers. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. No score after 1 on EA Sports. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6.
Shit! Watch the rotate.
They'll throw again. Set. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 26, and they will take over at the 26-yard line. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week, 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away, and that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals, and if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well.
They'll run with a backup. This is Williams. And they've got it in the red zone now, down at about the 19. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
Hey, Ribley.
Throwing on 2nd and 3. Mahomes. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Travis Kelce. His first touchdown on the year, as his guys are on the board first here tonight. Harrison Butker is on for the extra point.
A good tight end is a heck of a weapon for any quarterback, especially when you're able to create some mismatches. Sometimes they work against a linebacker, sometimes they work against a smaller defensive back. But when they find it, they go to it, and it often results in touchdowns.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 the score as they start 1st and 10. Try to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. They'll run the screen with Mack. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 16 yards the pickup there. The Colts have a first down. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
66, pull it, high, twist. No, use you. It comes to me, it's me. Yeah. I got motion, man. Me. I got this. 44, Mike, 40. 64, wait. Check.
From the gun, here's Brissett. Eluding the pressure right. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down. Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41.
Yo. Play. Hayward. 44's the mic. 44's the mic.
To throw is Brissett. And that'll be incomplete. T.Y. Hilton, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd down. By the way, I got to apologize because I just realized for about the last 4 or 5 plays, I'm eking over into your territory up here in the booth. My bad. I'm going to get back over to my spot.
Yeah, we're not talking about our on-air commentary. I mean, what is all this extra paper? I mean, this is unusual for you.
My bad.
Normally you run a really tight ship. What's going on here?
Just like that incomplete pass, I'm going to try to tighten things up here for this next play.
53's the mic. 53. Check 53.
On 3rd down, Brissett. He's going to go deep for Funchess. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 11.
Well, I tell you, Brandon, this ball's intercepted, but it is 3rd down. So the silver lining is that since this is so far down the field and there wasn't a big run back associated with it, really this kind of works like a punt. It's not an altogether bad result.
Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 11. They run the counter. It's Grant. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown.
Let's go, touchdown,
Corey
baby.
Grant,
Let's go.
89 yards. And the Chiefs strike quickly here for 6 points. And with that carry, he's already over 100 yards here in the first half.
And, partner, you know exactly what he's saying to his teammates right now, right? Especially to the play caller.
Give me the ball.
Again, and again, and again. It's not that heavy, sir. I'll take it.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
Let's go.
The Colts take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here we go.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay.
7-yard line.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Woo-hoo. Watch twist, watch twist, watch twist. 61. Match box. Light. Shut up.
On 2nd down, here's a run with Mack. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
Showing A, showing A. Blue draw, Coker. Go. Let's go.
From the shotgun, it's Brissett. And unable to connect, incomplete. I'll give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And it's Chiefs football. 1st and 10. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here, they could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now.
And now off to the races down the right side. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Tyreek Hill, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead. Butker now to add the extra point. And it is now 21-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
You don't want to.
No, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL.
Switch gears. Travel. 53. Check 53. Watch the run. Watch the run. Check.
On first down, they'll stay with Mack on the ground.
Hey.
The linebacker, Anthony Hitchens, there on the stop.
All day, baby, all day.
Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on second down.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Pick the edge. Come.
Joker.
Here's Brissett. This one complete to Devin Funchess. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. Give the Colts 13 yards and a first down.
And the Colts first down.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Check 50.
22, jet bomber. 22, jet bomber. Check. Zip. Motion out of the backfield. 53's the mic. 50.
Out of the gun, Brissett.
Coming after you.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Chris Jones coming right up the gut. Gets in there for a loss of 9. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19.
Watch the curl.
He's coming. We got double up.
Rotate. Spell. Off. 53's the mic. 53. Check 53. Rip right. Ready, go. 53.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw.
Here we go.
And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down.
Another dangerous throw there, partner. I mean, he's already thrown 2 interceptions here in the first half. I don't know if you want to keep throwing up 50-50 balls, and you've had that kind of lack of success.
Yeah, absolutely. Very well could have been a 3rd interception in half number 1.
Check the 6. Bullet. High. Crunch.
It's 3rd and long for Brissett. Funchess has it complete. They'll wind up with 17 on that one, but they're still a bit short here for 4th.
Boy, they had a lot of real estate to make up there, but what a big-time play for them. Nice completion, excellent gain. Now they're in 4th and manageable.
Just a little short, though, with that marker. So with 4th down coming up, here's Adam Vinatieri now for the Colts field goal. From the left hash, it's an even 50-yard attempt. And his kick is absolutely perfect. And that will do it for this first half. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use, just something to get you off to a quick start.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
I'm going to come back to you. I'm going to come back to you. Check, check. Lucky, lucky, lucky. Say. Check.
They'll go again here with Mack. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. That's good for an Indianapolis first down on a gain of 10. Couple of very nice carries to start this drive out.
Yeah, 2 first downs. And how about that second one? What a nice run on that particular play. I'm telling you, they're going to start to think that this game is easy if they continue to rip off yardage like this.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Get that quarterback, D-line. Get that quarterback, D-line. D-line, get that quarterback.
44 is the mic. 44 is the mic.
Here's Brissett. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10.
Let's go, D. Kill. General, West. 53's the mic. 53, check 53. Strip the ball.
Out of the gun, here's a give to Mack. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45.
Attaboy, baby.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the 1st down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
You don't want none of that. Give it. Pick up the ball. He's checked. 61. Match box. Right. Out.
Brissett. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off by the rookie from UVA, Juan Thornhill. And they will set up shop at their own 46-yard line.
The Chiefs take over 1st and 10.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, we'll see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. That's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
You can't block me. You can't.
Here's Mahomes to throw. It's Kelsey on the grab. An 11-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Chiefs 1st down.
It's a gain of 11.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
Mahomes going to throw, and they're going to get him. He's taken down for a sack back at the 47-yard line. So they come out of the locker room trailing, but plays like that, they won't be trailing much longer. Defense really starting out well this second half.
Yeah, they knew they had to jumpstart things a little bit. They really struggled in the first half trying to slow them down, but now they had a plan, made that adjustment that we always talk about, and it worked very well on that play.
Let's get some penetration. And 58 is the mic. Going 58's the mic. I got one.
Throwing on second and long. Mahomes. It's Hill, complete. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30.
Let's go, baby.
22 yards there, a first down.
Gain of 22 yards.
And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing, playing against a good quarterback like he is, to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the Colts' 24-yard line.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3.
Yellow. Wide. Get wide. No.
80 weapon.
Now here's Mahomes. Rush coming, and he's taken down. The linebacker, Darius Leonard, applied the heat.
But enough takes a start to have a good drive, quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
After the sack, things get a little tougher here. 3rd and long for Mahomes and the Chiefs.
Here we go. Watch the safety.
Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. Flushed out right. He wants it all for the end zone. He dropped it. Couldn't hang on in the end zone. So no 6 points, incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. Butker, what a pickup he's been for Kansas City the last 2 years. Remember, he was drafted by Carolina to be the eventual successor to Graham Gano. That didn't pan out. Casey got him as a free agent. He's been really good.
Yeah, Gano said, oh no, I'm keeping my job. But Butker found his home in Kansas City, a franchise record for points scored in his first 2 seasons.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They trail here by 24 points. Got to get going soon, you'd have to think, as they come up 1st and 10. Try to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. That'll be caught by Rodgers. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down.
2nd and 7 at the 28-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
Watch the flood.
To throw, Brissett. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
Number 53, Mike 53. Exit.
1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. The Colts on third down, just 1 for 5 to this point. This will be a tough 3rd and 18.
Check. 53's Mike. Check.
Brissett sets to throw it. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked by Kendall Fuller. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offensive coordinator, quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
Now a pass that's taken in by Hill. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A good pickup there at 22. They have the nice cushion. They just want to pour it on right now, still throwing the football.
And I know my background says, why do you need to do this? Just go ahead and run out the clock and get a win. But as many...
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked by Pierre Desir. And he'll bring it all the way back, just a yard or 2 shy of midfield. Mecole Hardman, the intended target. So they get the takeaway, but that's just step 1. They still have a lot of work to do.
But they don't want to focus on that now. Now it's about getting the ball in the end zone and hoping they can take it away again.
Yeah, still a 3-score game, though, 4th quarter. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
Mike, 44. 1, 2, 3. Watch safety creep. Watch safety creeping. 81. He's creeping. Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out.
Brissett on first down. It's caught by Funchess. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. 16 yards the pickup there. The Colts have a first down.
Partner, this is one of the best routes anyone can have in their offensive playbook. Tough to defend because you think it's a go route, and then he breaks it back on the comeback. But there's one other thing you need as well.
A well-thrown ball.
Exactly right. You have a guy who has some precision in throwing the football because of the timing of the route.
On play action, Brissett. Now the pressure gets there, and he goes down just inside the 20 at the 19. Emmanuel Ogbah able to record his 5th sack of the season. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down.
Hey, check 24, check 24. Echo.
Throwing, Brissett. Incomplete. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
The Colts on third down. They've had their troubles. Just 1 for 6. This is 3rd and 17.
Bravo. 53's the mic. 53.
Brissett.
Let's go, defense. And here we go.
And tight coverage there. It's knocked away, incomplete. The coverage good that time by Kendall Fuller.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. And for the second time tonight, this field goal unit comes out here. This just a 35-yard attempt from the left hash. And Vinatieri's kick is good. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. Well, in the grand scheme of things, those 3 points likely not going to matter much, but I guess they get a little closer, a little more respectability.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been outplayed all game long, but like my mom used to tell me all the time before I went out, dress up a little bit, son. Make yourself respectable. And that's what they're doing here. They're just dressing up the final score.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive.
Pick it up, D. 44 is the mic. 44 is mic. Check.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. This pass going to be caught by Hardman. The completion good for 3, and it's second down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Mahomes now to throw. Flush to his right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right. It's caught inside the 25. And all the way down inside the 25 before he gets out of bounds. Boy, another big play late here for an offense, Charles. It certainly has had its fair share of big plays.
Coverage has been a problem all game long, and I would say that going along with that has been confidence. Because even if they had the right coverage, they've still dented them, and now it's been a real issue for them during this game.
Completes it to Hardman. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Mecole Hardman with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead. They were still throwing with a comfortable lead here late, and now that lead even more comfortable.
And your first thought is there bad blood that went into this one ahead of time, that maybe they're seeking some revenge or they just don't like them? But the other thing that always hits me is, are they worried about playoff positioning, right? Are they worried about, do you need enough points in case there's a tiebreaker that comes into play later?
This fielded at the 2. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. To throw is Brissett. He's going to rifle one deep left. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off at the 45. And they get the football. They'll set up shop at their own 49-yard line. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
Out to his left. Now he'll let it go on the run. Deep. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked up by Kenny Moore. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive.
Guys, it's game situation. Let's go.
Hey, get him. You got him. Mike, 53, Mike.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. Another pass attempt, another incompletion. You figure defensively, you're in the 4th quarter here. You've held a team under 100 yards passing. You've done your job.
Especially in today's NFL, which is truly a pass-first league.
On 2nd down now. It's Mack. And they work this out past the 25. 23 yards the pickup there.
Let's go.
I don't think that's what the defensive coordinator had in mind there. You got him pinned back inside the 5, and then you let him rip off that long run.
You're already anticipating the film session, aren't you?
There's going to be some anger.
Yeah, it's not going to be at the greatest hits, is it? Because they didn't hit anyone on that play. Supposed to have them pinned back deep. Instead, they leave a big crack, a gaping hole, and guess what? They're in bad position right now.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. So the Colts in possession of the football as we get you reset. They're looking at second down now as they search for a consolation score.
Bullet, high, crunch. Don't go. Over. Roy.
On second down, it's Mack. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a third down.
Come on, set. 10, Lobo. 44 is the mic.
Quarterback, don't get nervous now. We ain't beginning to...
Set, go.
On third down, Brissett. And he's got Rodgers. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. Last play, they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards. Two first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Now Brissett. They'll run the screen with Mack. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. Indianapolis moving the chains there on a gain of 12. Offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder where plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves, but they're also looking forward now because now these plays are really for next week, trying to get some momentum going.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Check. 64.
Play action now. Brissett. It's complete here to T.Y. Hilton. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Down on the field, we've got an injured Colt after that last play. We'll step aside and get an update when we return to Arrowhead.
Ready. 18 Gator. Check. Silver. Fuzz.
Brissett to throw on first. Escaping the pressure right. Now he'll pull it down. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down to about the 21 or 22. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be second down.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir. Able to turn that into a positive gain. Looking to throw again on second down. Brissett into the hands of his running back, Marlon Mack. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. The passing game for the Colts finding its stride, another first down.
Here we go. 53. Set. 30 base.
Mike. Watch the back.
Tupper.
He's crashing. He's checking crash.
Let it go.
They'll run here with Mack. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 11 seconds remaining in the ball game. From back at the 4, here's second and goal.
Bring it. Deuce. General, West.
Here's Brissett. And he's got his tight end. That's Ebron, and it's a Colt touchdown. Eric Ebron, his first touchdown on the year. And the Colts are able to cut into this lead. Vinatieri able to tack on the PAT, and that will get them one closer.
31, Colts 13. Adam Vinatieri set to kick off.
And here's Vinatieri now to kick it away after the touchdown. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20.
The Chiefs take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And this one all over but the shouting, you might say. Now, there's one timeout remaining defensively, but probably no real need to use it here.
Yeah, the only time they would use it, strictly for pride.
22 jet bomber, 22 jet bomber. Kill, kill, kill. Turn
15.
Kill. Turn up.
Right side.
First carry now for the backup, LaShawn McCoy.
Number 25, LaShawn
Oh,
McCoy.
yeah.
So this one in the win column for Kansas City, and it was Patrick Mahomes leading the way.
He doesn't seem to get ruffled no matter where he plays, does he? Home, on the road. If you put him in a neutral site, which he hopes one day would be the Super Bowl, he plays at a high level. We know about the big right arm, but I think it's the poise that I'm really, really admiring out of this youngster and watching him play. How about the first 3 games of his career in the NFL as a starter in 2018? He set a record for touchdown passes with 13.
Yeah, you think back to that entrance, and he has just kept it up. Amazing what he's been able to do. So for the Chiefs, they move a step closer to 500 as their record improves to 2-3. And they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for Indianapolis, the calendar changed October didn't help as they dropped to 0-5 on the year. And perhaps fortunately for them, they'll get an early bye next week and come back to action in Week 7. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL